All right, everyone, it is Thursday. I'm Andrew Dowd. It is time for our Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. It is our Memorial Day edition, which means summer's back.
Summer.
Party time.
Real quick, let me thank our sponsor, New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. For more, visit newyorktitle.com. We have Steve Glick, Dave Rotiner, and today, one of our favorite return guests, Miss Sydney Sadick. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, it's great. I love seeing you because when you show up, summer's here.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
I'm sorry I brought you some bad summer weather.
I'm not even worried about that. Look, this is just, it's the first, it's not even Friday yet. You know, it's like Thursday. Let's get to the weekend. It'll be beautiful. And
I'm
if
all
it's not
good.
this weekend, the summer's ahead of us, which is great. And, you know, I don't know if it's the official kickoff, but the Spotlight magazines are out now.
They are.
So what do we got? The Memorial Day 2025 Spotlight edition.
I know. So we like to say this is the official kickoff to summer, but this issue is so exciting for us because it's really the start of our 4th year of Spotlight. I can't believe that it's already been
It's amazing. Congratulations.
4 years.
Awesome. 4 years.
And, you know, we're keeping print alive. Everyone told me I was crazy when I launched this magazine to be doing this at a time where TikTok and Instagram are obviously at their peak. And I was like, you know what? There's always going to be room for print if it's done right.
Yep.
And
I agree with that.
we have a really loyal audience and group of brand partners, and we've just evolved so much while still being really consistent with who we are. So this issue is really your whole summer guide. So allow it to guide you to all of the best new stays, shops, things to do, restaurants. There's so much newness going on out in the Hamptons this summer.
Like what? Like what?
Like what? Okay, starting off tomorrow. It's tomorrow Friday? It's Blur's
Tomorrow is
Day.
Friday.
Okay, great. Just checking. Tomorrow, Tom Brady's going to be opening,
know.
right, his card trading spot. Was it the Vault?
Card vault.
Card Vault,
Yeah.
whatever that
This
means.
is actually the one thing we all know about.
Okay, well,
We've been talking about this for like a month.
have you been promoting this for like a month?
No, it's just
'Cause I was gonna say he should thank
it's
you.
just
It's
so
exciting.
exciting.
It's exciting to see
have
Tom Brady
in
come
town.
into
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, so I actually interviewed him when I was 18. I was an intern at the Daily Front Row, and I was in LA, and I spent a whole day with Tom on the set of an UGG campaign. And I have to say, he was like the nicest guy, as good looking in the photos as he is in person. So, you know, despite the fact that I have no interest in playing cards, or whatever you call it, I think people are going to be
not
into
playing
it.
cards.
Yeah,
It's
Tom Brady.
trading cards.
Tom
Sports
Brady
cards.
could start a store called Tom Brady's Raisins or something.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
it'd only
And it
sell
would-
raisins, and everyone would buy those raisins.
I'd rather go to a raisin
That's
store.
what yeah, that's the power.
It's just
of Tom
exciting
Brady.
to see that
Goat raisins.
this new store is coming to East Hampton. Something, it's so unique. You know, we haven't had anything like this in any town out here, to have like a store to sell like unique sports cards and memorabilia, and see Tom Brady coming into Herrick Park tonight to kick it off. And I think he's going to walk in the rain from Herrick Park down to Newtown.
It's a big
and
walk.
launch
Wait,
the
this
store.
is tonight?
Tomorrow.
Thursday or Friday?
No, tomorrow.
I thought it was tonight, but you know.
I think it's tomorrow at 5.
Dave, look up.
Tonight.
See if you can find that.
He's coming to town. It's like Santa Claus, you know. Tom Brady's coming to town.
So anyway, so that's opening in
That's
East
opening.
Hampton, right?
But I think it's
Yes.
really just like a true example of how I think people in the Hamptons right now are craving more experiential moments. And
Okay.
so not just about walking into a store and buying something, but like where can they go to convene, socialize, and like actually do something. So there's also the Hub, which is opening right here in Bridgehampton. So that's in the old Project Hampton space, run by the same group, Michael Catalano, and it's going to be a whole wellness destination. So Isaac Booth is coming back. He's teaching his classes every single weekend. We've got him, Skinny Med Spa. They're taking over a part of the space so they can offer their treatments. They're one of our partners. They're super popular, and then different brands are going to pop up in the space each week, and it's just going to be this true hub for all things wellness, fashion, and lifestyle, and I think it's going to do really well. So
I mean,
that's
what
another
people are
example.
coming out for. They want to like rejuvenate, you know,
Yeah.
reconnect a little bit and take a break. That's why you come to the Hamptons. So a destination.
Or if you're
that
like
would be
us,
good.
you work.
Yeah, well, this is our busy season.
our
you know?
business, yeah.
That's how it is. So we have.
You know, your comment on it being an experience-based business, you know, I am noticing that too. It's like, it's becoming more important to just people in my orbit. Like my wife for Mother's Day, she wanted an experience. She didn't want like a specific
Like a gift.
item. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
To do something.
yeah, exactly. It's weird.
So
Yeah.
what'd you do?
I got tickets to the Palm Tree Music Festival.
And people love that. They do. I think There's a lot right now to offer to all generations out here. Like, I think everyone understands that there's different interests per each group of people out here. And that's what I love about the Hamptons is whether you're a homebody and you just want to like go to the farm stand and get your food, or you want to be out at a music festival till God knows what time. Like there's something for everybody.
I don't.
Me neither.
Talk to us about this Jack's thing. I'm looking at the magazine here. Talk to us about it.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. I have always been a fan of Jack's Coffee, and I came up with the idea to do a spotlight Jack's Coffee collaboration for the summer. So not only do we have this adorable sleeve, which says "Read with style, sip with intention," but it's good, right?
Intention, yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's good. That's like a morning mantra.
I need a mantra every day. But we also have a limited edition drink that it's actually served in. So it's an iced vanilla honey cappuccino. Skim milk is my preference, but you can get any milk that you want that they serve. And on the weekend of actually our Saunders spotlight and a very cool fashion brand party, whatever you order at Jack's throughout the Hamptons and Amagansett, Sag Harbor, Southampton, every single drink will have a spotlight sleeve on it to kick off the issue.
Very cool. Speaking of issues, this summer, we have a 5th issue.
We do.
Which is a first.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about that.
You know something? We released our July 4th issue at the end of June, and I just felt like it is way too long to wait a whole 5 weeks for another issue of Spotlight. And we have so much content, so much support. I was like, we can do this. Let's do this. And our business, thankfully, has just doubled in the last year between being in Palm Beach and just really our events business. And I just said, like, for me as a business owner, it's always about investing back in the business and how we can just do more. And we're here to make a splash always. We're here to set the trends. You know, I like to think that we're now kind of like the leader in print, and we challenge everyone else around us to think a little bit bigger and
challenge yourself in the process.
And challenge myself in the process. So I love what I do, and the team loves it. So what's one more?
So you're getting, obviously a little bit busier this summer, which is great. And you mentioned Palm Beach.
Yeah.
There's a little bit, I mean, I think there's always been a correlation between the Hamptons and Florida, because where do you go if you want to get away in the winter? Florida. So what have you seen as far as, you know, what's happening down there, happening up here, and sort of that crossover?
Yeah, it's a crossover that from a business standpoint, I can obviously love. From a personal standpoint, I used to love how there were more unique differences between the two.
Right,
because,
like one place is one place. And yeah, I got you.
But now it's so interesting. Like, you have Bibloque, obviously. They're just as big in Palm Beach as they are in Sag Harbor. San Ambrose, that's really at the core of the Royal Ponciana, and that obviously has multiple locations, not only here in the Hamptons, but around the country. You have Mary Lou's, which opened in Palm Beach this year, which is like a big nightlife destination. And now they're opening in Montauk this summer.
Okay.
You have stores like Five Story and Love Benetti and, you know, just all these brands who want to be in both places. But we understand it from a business perspective because we know that obviously the communities that have the money to spend on luxury, this is where they are in the summer and that's where they are in the winter. Right. In New York City, so interestingly, I think it's a different place now. It's not the same. I always say that New York, to me, Manhattan, is now like a September, October, April, May city. And
when the weather is like kind of perfect.
When it's perfect, and otherwise people are here. They want to be in their space after COVID, be in big space, be outdoors. So
be at the beach.
Exactly. But just to add something, we actually now have year-round distribution of Spotlight in New York City in all the magazine boxes along the Upper East Side of Madison Avenue. So even if you're someone who wants our Palm Beach edition, but you don't go to Palm Beach, you can still pick it up there.
Nice.
So that's new.
Smart.
You know, I'm looking at this magazine as we're talking, and it is like really informative.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like this page. Like, it's like if you want to have a good time, you just open up this magazine. You got like the Hamptons classics here. You got Navy Beach, Pierre's, Loaves and Fishes, Wolfer, and then 2 pages away is like what's happening that's new. Yeah. You know? So it's really nice.
It's a good read. It's a fun read,
and it's like easy.
It's an easy read, yeah. And I think that's why people pick it up too, because they know it's not like they're reading like a novel. It's like a fun read. They could pick it up, go to the beach, get their coffee.
You know what else I like about it though? There's this force of you behind it.
Thank you.
I think that really matters, like with creative outlets.
Where the passion comes out in
the
print.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, you know, that's why an influencer on social media works, because you know that it's not because, like, you know, the platform is so amazing. It's because the person that's doing the thing. And just like knowing you and knowing your style, it's like you go through the magazine and you can feel your style come out through the magazine.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, so it makes it a totally unique and extra valuable thing.
That's something that I say too, like when I'm talking to brands, I'm like, there's a founder angle attached to it. Like I'm the only magazine owner, I believe, or maybe there's one other at this point who grew up here since they were born, who like really knows the community. And yeah, I think it's important to have that. It's the authenticity factor that we try to make come through.
Yeah, we were just before the podcast, we were just talking about that, and I'm kind of just tying that together now. It's like if you walk into like a pizza place and you can see the guy behind the counter, you can tell he's been there for like 30 years or forever, and you can tell that the place hasn't been like just totally bought out and redone, and like they're trying to make it look like it's what it used to be. You know what I mean? When you really feel that, like you feel really different about the food.
You do, and when you're in a restaurant,
same thing with content.
It is, but if you're in a restaurant and the owner, like they say that they're there serving you or they're overseeing everything, you feel like you're getting that extra love. And so when it comes to our brands and anyone who we deal with, we try to just make them feel like they're part of a family. And that's what we want to do. Keep it intimate.
Let's talk about our cover issue here.
Okay.
Ramey Brooke.
Ramey Brooke.
So tell us about her, about getting to know her for this magazine issue and what people can read about when they pick up their spotlight.
So Ramey Brooke is really one of the most popular female fashion designers. She's had her business for over 20 years. She's in every major department store. As a lot of these department stores are suffering, she has one of the biggest sections in every one of them, and is especially known for her summery prints and designs. And so her store in Southampton is always packed. She also is just such a personality and woman who's very a part of the community out here. So we go to our party that we just hosted the other day at her store to kick off the season, and I mean we had everybody there. We have our amazing group who comes out for us, but she gets hers as well. And it's a really great feature. She's had her business for over 20 years. So
that's amazing.
You can learn a lot about her.
That's perfect. So pick up that issue. I do want to, every year we do, kind of with the last 2 years, we've done a kickoff party with Spotlight at one of our featured listings. We're planning to do that.
We are doing it.
Summer. Mm-hmm. We are doing it. July 4th-ish, around that time. So we will certainly be promoting that at a later podcast. But let's talk a little real estate because it is a real estate podcast. Mm-hmm. So let me just talk to Steve about the numbers.
Sure.
People are coming out this weekend. Great time to buy.
It is. It's a good time to buy. So the past week, there were 20 listings that went into contract from West Hampton to Montauk. Last year, this time, there were 39. So we're looking at a decrease there of 49%. 2 years ago, there were 33 listings and a decrease there of 39%. So we had two decreases there from the past 2 years. But I wouldn't be so worried about it. Still 20 is a strong number, and it's just 1 week of data. In the past couple of weeks, we've been seeing well over 20 listings going into contract. However, the breakdown of those 20 listings this past week, there was one over 20 million, one between 15 and 20 million, one between 5 and 10, one between 3 and 5, 6 between 2 and 3, 7 between 1 and 2, and 3 under $1 million. The dollar volume was $101 million. Last year was $168 million. That's a decrease of 40%. 2 years ago was $123 million, so that's a decrease of 20%. But again, we're seeing this every single week. New listings that came onto the market, we're over 30 again. There were 35 new listings. This has been the consistent for the past 2 months now. So this is increasing the inventory by 15 listings, and the breakdown of the 35 listings, one over 20 million, one between 15 and 20 million, one between 10 and 15 million, 4 between 5 and 10 million, 7 between 3 and 5 million, 8 between 2 and 3 million, 11 between 1 and 2 million, and 2 under $1 million. So all different price categories. We're seeing new inventory come on the market. And the inventory stands at 1,965 total listings, 1,519 active, 446 in contract. So, summer's coming. Summer's here. New listings.
Could you say that again? I missed that.
Oh, my God. Yeah. There's a lot of numbers in there. The bottom line is that more new listings are coming on the market. Yeah. Consistently every week. The in-contract numbers, yes, they were low, but I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Look, people want to be out here. Now's the time. Yeah. So there you go. If they're coming out, normally, we'll give Dave the stage for a minute. I mean, we have Sydney here, so she is like
Yeah, why don't you
In
talk,
the know.
Yeah, why don't you talk about a couple of your favorite places
Okay.
first,
And then you'll get to what you got.
and then I'll just read what's in her magazine.
Perfect. We'll make it easy for you. My favorite places, I still love going to Santa Ambrose in Southampton. I think it's the best Santa Ambrose location of the entire country. Consistent, delicious, feels like family. I've known the wait staff my entire life who've been there. I love going to Biblique still on a Friday or Saturday night, even though I'm married and my husband says that it's like a meat market by the bar. I still get very like energized by being in that environment, and I love the music, so it's fun. And I just love walking around all of the towns. Now, Sag Harbor, I feel like to me has become the new kind of hot town to be in.
Okay.
And I love my Buddha Berry. I'm very excited about Bon Bon opening, by the way, the candy store, the Swedish candy store in Sag Harbor. Do you know about this?
I don't.
Dave, oh my God, you are literally going to like freak out when you see this. It is the best candy store in New York City. They stay open until like midnight at night, and it's the best gummy candy that you have ever tried in your life, and it's going to be huge. You should look at our Instagram post. It got shared over like 2,500 times.
Really?
That's how popular it is.
Bon Bon.
Dave is a big
Foodie.
sweets guy.
I know, me too.
The candy is.
He's the
is
only
really-
guy that has ever like.
It's really bad.
He's given like here's a chocolate bar,
Yeah,
and then he
it's
takes
gone.
pieces
Yeah.
back from you. Anyway, go ahead.
It's
Yeah.
okay. You're asking my
I
favorites.
call it the
but I
dad
was-
tax with my daughter.
That's funny.
I'm a dad tax. And she's like, no. I'm trying to teach her not to
Yeah.
enjoy paying taxes.
Oh my God. It's not a fun time. It is not. But what else do I love to do? You know what? I really just love working out here, and I love being able to go and support all of the different events. I'm now the chair of the first Next Generation Committee for the Southampton Arts Center Gala this summer. So really kind of targeting the next wave of Hamptonites and to supporting the center. So, I really just love these museums and cultural destinations out here too. Like it's really fun to be able to go to the parish and
Yeah.
right, like be in these art focused environments, but like with a field behind us and
Literally something for everybody out here.
something for
Very
everyone.
cool.
And I hope to get to the beach this summer because I hate to tell you, I never made it once last year.
Really?
Never. When I'm here, I am
You're
like,
just game on.
I'm
I
game
got
on.
you.
My family does not want to be near me at this time of year. I'm like, stay away. Like I'm over here, you're over there, but they get it,
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm good for the beach for a few hours, but I don't know. There's like a lot of shark sightings these days.
And whales. I saw a whale the last time I was at
I'm
Cooper's
not
Beach.
going in that. I'm not going in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm a
Well,
9
I'm
to
going in the
11
bay.
guy. I go in the morning. I stay for a couple hours. The sun comes
Yeah.
out.
Get
I
out.
retreat.
I'm a dip in, dip out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm like a stand by like where the food is, watch everybody else.
Also fine.
Go to the bathroom and leave.
All right, Dave, what do you got?
All right. So this weekend, there's a lot of really fun things to do this weekend. If you want
hope
to
so.
look at any of these events, you can find them on Hamptons.com, or you can pick up Spotlight Magazine and look at some of the other events that I'm going to mention. But for this week, it's Memorial Day. So what's the new things happening Memorial Day? Durier's Montauk is opening for the season. They are now open. Everybody loves Durier's. I don't even feel like I have to explain Durier's to people that listen to this podcast. But it is a very special place in Montauk, right on the water. And I don't think they take reservations. I think you just have to
No,
show
I went
up.
there once. You wait in a long line,
Yeah.
and then you go to like a counter.
But then it's like fun.
order.
Yeah. But then that
and
makes
you
it.
sit.
Yeah. No, it's fun.
And
And
they
the
have
food is
lobster
very
rolls.
good.
It's good.
They have this crazy salad with the lobster in it. Oh, man.
Like a
remember we
lobster
went
salad?
there? Oh, it was
That was
so
great.
good.
We went
Oh,
there by
man.
boat.
Oh my God, that was so good. That was like real luxury. Anyway, sticking with the Montauk theme, also Navy Beach opens this weekend, and they will have live music all weekend. Navy Beach is where I got married, which kind of puts into perspective how I feel about this place. This is a great place. Opening on Saturday, they're going to have DJ CK Beats, and on Sunday, they're going to have DJ Spin Diesel, so you're not going to want to miss that. Then cruising further west, because Montauk's a little east. So cruising further west, you are going to want to go to Calissa's, because Calissa's is where the party's at for old guys like me and Steve. We love Calissa's. That's our favorite. If Steve and I are getting together after work and we have an escape, one of the top places we'll go to is Calissa's in the summertime.
And why is it?
Why?
It's really big, and it's really the Greek food.
The food's great.
We're just
really
pigs.
good.
It's big,
We're just
yeah.
complete pigs. We go for the food. It's amazing Greek food.
All right.
But
It's underrated.
You know,
I feel like
it's,
people don't.
yeah,
credit it.
yeah,
I think it's awesome.
yeah. It's awesome there. I totally agree with you, Steve. That's why we go. So there you go. So and there's going to be a DJ there. It goes on deep into the night. This is in
Wait,
Watermill.
what's his name? The DJ
Watermill,
names are fun.
Calissa's. The DJ is DJ J. Steph. Great guy. Really good DJ.
Okay.
Yeah, he's amazing. So you're going to want to go there. All right. And then speaking of places that I'm too old to go to is a place called Catchy Beach. Catchy with a K, not a C.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so that makes it cool. Catchy, like a sailboat catch.
Okay.
I don't know what that is, but I feel like I used to know what that is. Anyway, Catchy Beach. It's our vibration is love at Catchy Beach, and it's the new Pink Elephant, I guess you could say.
Oh,
If anyone on this podcast remembers Pink Elephant,
I was like 13
that's
during
the
those
place
days.
you can go. And I think Steve knows somebody there. So you mention Steve's name, you get into Catchy Beach, no problem.
Do they have a DJ?
They have a DJ.
Yes.
What's his
You
name?
know,
He's just making this
DJ.
up.
DJ Hot Tuna. DJ Hot Tuna is his name. He's really good. So then you if you go to Sag Harbor, Kid Squid has a lot of live music going on. Jake Lear, Jameson Ellis is Friday. Saturday is the Whatever Lola Wants Band. That's a good name. And then Sunday you have John DeVello. Kid Squid is a great beer place. They don't have gluten-free beer, but you can get shots which don't have gluten in it. And I guess if you look at Spotlight magazine, your top favorite places are Hampton Classics, or you kind of already brought it up, but you got the Surf Lodge, Les Bill Bouquet, Carissa's Bakery, Crow's Nest in Montauk, Parish Art Museum, Wolfer State Vineyard, Loaves and Fishes Food Store, Pierre's, and Navy Beach. All amazing options for
There's
this
nothing.
weekend.
There's something to do this weekend.
There is
No shortage of
nothing
something
that
to
won't
do.
be incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is open yet this weekend. This is the one thing I don't know. But if you've heard of Crazy Pizza, which is the new hot pizza place in New York,
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
it's like a dance party, though, at a pizza place. So, like, it's downtown, but they're opening in East Hampton. And I believe it's this weekend. And apparently they, like, spin the pizzas around doing, like, a dance.
Oh, that's
It's all
cool.
over Instagram.
I love this that they're
So-
like, how can we take a pizza place and
Yeah.
make it more
Yeah.
than a pizza place?
Make it a
I've
party.
not been, but I guess the concept started in London, and I have to tell you, I think the food in London is the best of anywhere in the world. So if they are successful there, now they're successful in New York, I have a feeling
Okay.
it's going to be good here.
This is good information.
That sounds
She's an
great.
insider, man. It's great to have.
Yeah, no.
I do want to talk real quick because you mentioned Hamptons.com, Spotlight. A little bit of
Yeah, Cindy, you want to talk
a
about
joint
that?
partnership
We're having
here,
a little,
so-
Yeah.
a little editorial action on
Little
Hamptons.com.
We love our Saunders family, so it made a lot of sense to kind of do something together with Hamptons.com. Obviously, the best URL that you could possibly have, I think, ever. And we're going to just be sharing a lot of our Spotlight content on the website. So kind of like a cross promotion, type of partnership to push more traffic digitally.
I will say.
We already got the tab up there, ready to go.
Show me.
Yeah.
Launching
I wanna
today.
see. I'm
Launching
so
today, yeah.
excited.
Because you mentioned you're like, people, when you first started this, people are like, print is dead. Why are you
Yeah.
starting a magazine? But I think
Yeah.
this is not only have you grown the magazine to 4 years, I know you're excited about year 5. You got the 5th issue coming out, but this is just a good example of embracing both worlds
Yeah.
and kind of cross promoting. And I know with Hamptons.com, we're happy to have you sharing your insight with it. So I think that'll be a great partnership.
We're excited.
And what am I missing? That's a good podcast.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fun. I'm
Jam-packed
so
with
It is a
excited.
jam pod. You have to listen back because you're gonna miss something.
Yep.
But Spotlight Magazine, Hamptons.com, your go-to sources for what's going on this weekend, this summer. Pretty much, if it's going on in the Hamptons, that's where you want to be. Sydney, anything before we let you go? I know you are crazy busy and you have lots to do, but we appreciate you taking the time to join us.
Love being here. No, just pick up your Spotlight all summer long and follow us on Instagram at Spotlight X Magazine. And stay tuned for our upcoming July 4th party. That is going to be the party. Our party together is always the party of the summer.
It's a good one.
But this one, we are bringing a new angle with one of the most prestigious fashion brands in the world.
Okay.
And it's going to be very cool.
Well,
So,
we will be promoting that on the podcast in the coming weeks. Outstanding.
tuned.
Sydney, thank you so much. Steve, Dave, as always, appreciate it. Everybody, have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy the summer. Enjoy the start to summer. We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Until then, I'm Andrew Dowd, and that is what's happening in the Hamptons.